Hey guys, and welcome back for today's unboxing video. I've got, I think, a pretty cool box right here, and it's going to be containing some old comics, like somewhere in the 60s, maybe a little bit 70s. I've been having it lying around for about 2 weeks now, which is crazy because the contents are going to be pretty cool. Even though they're not going to be in the best of shape, they're still very cool comics. But I just didn't really have the time to record this video, and I do think it's video worthy. So yeah, a little bit late. I'm very excited about the contents of this box. But I'll be unboxing it after I'm going through this pile right here. About 1.5, maybe 2 weeks ago, I went with a friend of mine to the local comic store, CIA Comics in Amsterdam. And we went browsing through some comics, and I found some comics which are either gonna be cool for my personal collection, or maybe I'll be selling them or trying to sell them. And we got them for a very, very nice price. So I'm gonna be browsing through them a little bit, showing you guys the covers, maybe open one or two to see the interiors. And we're starting off with this variant cover of Amazing Spider-Man issue number 6, legacy numbering 900. It's a Peach Momoko cover. I'm not the biggest fan of Peach Momoko's art, but I do understand what she's doing. Sometimes I like the covers and I'll get them, but in general I skip those covers. But I saw this one lying around and I figured, yeah, okay, I like this design. I'm gonna be buying this one, but I have no idea who did the interior. So let me just open this one up. And it's a pretty thick one, as you can see. It's issue number 900, so that makes sense. No idea what the artist is. And I'm not into the current or the newer Amazing Spider-Man, so I don't know what's going on story-wise. Of course, we're seeing the usual suspects such as J. Jonah Jameson, Peter Parker, the guys from the Bugle, Robbie Robertson, and I think we got some Black Cat in there as well. And I'm seeing some arms, which is probably going to be Dr. Octopus. Oh wait, it's actually J. Jonah Jameson wearing those arms, I guess. Some other figures who I don't know who they are. Memorial pages for Neil Adams. Yeah, okay, it looks kind of messy. No idea what the story is about. Seems to be the return of the Sinister Six or something. Seeing Mysterio, the Vulture, Sandman, Dr. Octopus, Electro. So I guess it's Craven. But yeah, it might be Mysterio's doing, you never know. Didn't see the credits anywhere. I still can't tell you guys who's done the interiors. Oh yeah, Ed McGuinness. Oh yeah, I'm not a big fan of Ed McGuinness' art. Story by Zeb Wells, and then we have some backup stories right here. One of which was drawn by Todd Knock, I saw. But yeah, that's as far as the browsing through of this issue goes. Let's keep continuing on. Then we have Amazing Spider-Man, probably the same volume, I'm guessing. It's also variant cover of Scotty Young. I really don't care for this kiddie-ish baby stuff, what he's doing. I do have some issues of Scotty Young, like the ones he did on the new X-Men, and those issues look pretty cool to me. I think it's sad that he went for this easier type of art. I'll probably put this one up for sale. Now, I don't collect House of Slaughter, but this one has got some red foil stuff going on it. And I thought it looked pretty cool, so I just had to grab it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep it or put it up for sale, but at least for now it's mine. Wait, let me just put this the other way around. And then also, speaking of foil covers, this cover of Green Lantern, it's DC vs. Vampires issue number 2. Looks insane. It's green foil. It doesn't translate as well as it should on camera, but yeah, this looks really amazing. Like, this one's really cool. I'm not collecting DC vs. Vampires 2. I'm not collecting that, but I'm keeping this one because regardless of the interiors, whatever the story is gonna be, this is just an amazing looking cover. Looks really cool. Yeah, it's too bad it doesn't translate as well on the camera as it should. Then we have an Alex Ross Timeless variant, the Juggernaut. I had to get that one. A foil of Silver Surfer issue number 1. It's also a pretty thick one. I guess it is I think it's a facsimile, but it's pretty thick, so I'm not sure. It might be a new series, I don't know. But yeah, it's foil enhanced, and that really suits Silver Surfer, I think. Oh yeah, it's a reprint. But there's gotta be something else in there because it's pretty thick. Or maybe that's just how thick this one was. No, there is a backup thing. I don't have the original, so I don't know where it's from. Yeah, so it's a facsimile of Silver Surfer number 1, and I don't know what the I don't know what the backup story is. Does it say anywhere? I don't think it does. Yeah, no idea. Then we have the hip-hop variant cover of the Uncanny X-Men issue number 1, probably volume 4, I think. Didn't have that one yet, so there were a couple, and I might be able to make someone else happy with those extra copies. Then we have a Kang and a Magneto, Alex Ross variant, Timeless variants, and a Mephisto and a Red Skull. And a Dark Phoenix. Now there were some others, but some I didn't like the end result of the art. Some characters I don't really care for, but there were more. Doomsday Clock, issue number 9 and 10. And then there were some Captain Adams, which is a series I've been recently collecting because I kind of think the character looks cool. And it's got art by Pat Broderick, which I kind of like. So issues number 28 and 29, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, and 21. 18, so missing 19, And yeah, this will continue the issues which I had already purchased before this, so slowly getting more Captain Adams, which I think will be pretty cool. And then we ran into a batch of, actually the friend of mine did, and he told me, I got some Green Lanterns here, so I was like, yeah, okay, so let me see which ones I need. So 206 and 192, 191 and 190. These are volume 3, I think. Might be volume 2, but I think it's volume 3. 189 and 188. 184 and 179. Now this one doesn't show an issue number on it, which was kind of weird. Issue 174, I think, and issue number 173. 171 and 169. 167 and 165. 158 and 154. So yeah, pretty cool. A couple of issues of the Green Lantern, which is also a character I've recently started buying. 151 and 123. Then we have an Aquaman issue number 3, which is somewhat damaged here, but this was the only one missing from this series, which is like 4 parts or 5, I think 4. It says here 4-part miniseries, and I was missing this issue. Even though it's damaged, I figured, well, fuck it, I'm just gonna get it. Big dog hair here, some spine ticks, but it's fine. Oh, and then some more Green Lanterns, issue number 187 and 186. And 185. So yeah, that's the haul from the local comic store, which I'm very happy and content with. And now it's time to move on to this pretty cool box. Let me just put this somewhere else. There we go. Like I said, pretty cool older comics, 60s, 70s, I think 70s, might just all be 60s. And 2 series which I collect, so they're going to be very nice additions. And one is, well, actually 3 are going to be keys, I guess, sort of. But one of them is going to be a pretty big key. It cost me quite a lot of money as well, but it looked pretty alright from the pictures. You never really know what you're gonna get. Pictures don't always show every little defect, which you should be able to see with your eyes up close. But regardless, I couldn't leave it alone, and I just had to buy it. Kind of weirdly packaged, to be honest. Carefully cut it right there. So, even though it's packaged in a weird way, it is pretty secure, so that's a good thing. I'm already seeing that the biggest key is on the bottom, so I'm gonna leave it like this and then turn them around one by one. Alright. So, the first 2 are going to be Fantastic Fours, issues number 68 and 69. A little bit of crustiness on the spine, as can be expected from comics this old. The white isn't white anymore. Overall, it seems pretty alright. I'm seeing some wrinkliness here, which might be liquid damage, I'm not sure. But yeah, these ones were somewhat cheapish, so I'm just happy to have them. They're filling gaps in my collection. That wrinkliness, I'm thinking about starting up pressing, so you can get those out by pressing if you do it the correct way. Then we have this one, which is Avengers issue number 6. I recently bought issue number 2 and issue number 3. This one is a pretty big key because it's the first appearance of Masters of Evil. Again, this one also has some crustiness on the side, but I think that from how old this comic is, it looks pretty good. I don't even see that much which should be pressed, but just the discoloration is a little bit sad, of course. The spine ticks, but yeah, just try and find this one in a better condition. It's gonna be either very hard or very spendy. Let's see if all the pages are intact. Oh yeah, there's a little bit of blemish right here. It's also going through to the other side, I think. Yeah. So I saw that on the pictures. The pages do feel a little bit brittlish, but at least, yeah, the cover is still attached, so I'm happy with that. Yeah, Baron Zemo appearance, second Baron Zemo. Oh, there's a little chunk missing here on this page, which is partially on the ad and also in the story. That's sad. I did not see that. They might have actually posted that on the pictures and I just glossed over it. There's a damage here, like a small tear. Pretty big there, actually. The centerfold is still stuck in there, so that's nice. Pretty cool Masters of Evil first appearance. And yeah, I think overall I'm very happy with this. It does have some issues. Like I said, the cover, spine ticks, a little bit of crustiness, the blemish here, torn page, and right here, which also has some stickiness on here. I think those were stuck together, might have even been glue, I don't know. And then we have a little tear here, which is sad, but still I think it's a pretty cool comic to have, and I'm just very happy to be able to add this to the collection. Oh, we got a visit of a spider right there. Little spider. Let me just put this one securely back in the bag. And move on to the next one, which is Avengers issue number 5. So yeah, pretty cool. Now, I did see on the pictures that there's a little bit of pen scribble right here. Big tick right here. Less crusty than issue number 6 was. Some folds here, a little bit of damage. Overall, looks pretty good. Could use a press. The cover is still attached. It does have a little bit of a small split here, but it's minor. And a bigger split right there on the bottom. So yeah, this is what, 64, 63, 64, yeah. But still, yeah, like even though with these damages, it's still fine, you know. I mean, it's still cool comics to have, to own. And like I said, if you want to have them in a better condition, it's just gonna cost you a lot. Okay, so we have a still connected centerfold as well. Another confrontation with the Hulk. Cover. Yeah, this, I think the spine split at the bottom is the worst damage. This comic, this the staple's almost loose from the cover right there, but it's still connected to the front side of the cover. And the spider is back again. But yeah, I have no idea like what kind of grades these would have if I would send them into CGC, but yeah, I got them raw, so I'm gonna keep them raw, of course. And yeah, I'm just very happy to have these, even with those damages. Now as for this one, I never imagined me getting this comic. It's a pretty big key, first appearance of a character, especially blew up with his appearance in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This would have been one of the keys which I would have purchased a lot later on if I had not come across this this copy. It's not in a 9.4, but I think judging from the pictures it might be somewhere around 8. We'll see when we take a closer look. It is Avengers issue number 57, with the first appearance of the Vision. I did see some issues here and there. It's got one of those stamps, which is quite common for that time period. And from what I understand, if you would send this into CGC, they don't take points off from the grading. I think, I'm not sure about that, but I think we have some damage right here in the middle, some crustiness on the top, blunt edges, but at least like the dark black is still pretty black. Could use a press, I think. Seeing a crease here which is not color breaking. Some loss of color at the top right here, but still I think it's a pretty good looking copy. I'm just very happy to have this now in my collection. Like I said, I did not expect me to buy it anytime soon, but I can at least take this one off from the collection, so that's very nice. The cover is still attached to the staples. I don't see any damage on the spine on the interior, so that looks really good. Now, of course, Vision was first an henchman of Ultron, confrontation with the Avengers, and then he became a part of the Avengers eventually. I'm just very happy to own this one. So yeah, that's it. I wanted to share that with you guys. I got one more issue of the Avengers coming up. It's already in Holland. It came in through Finland. I just need to pick it up, and I will make a separate video of that one, I think. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. Avengers issue number 5 and 6 and 57. We got two Fantastic Fours, issue number 69 and 68. And then the pal which I got from the local comic store. Just wanted to share that with you guys. It's almost 30 minutes of a video. Thank you guys for joining, and hope to see you guys for the next video. Later!